Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that touches every single one of us. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How can I choose happiness when life is throwing curveballs my way? Trust me, I understand. Life is hard. There are days when it feels like the world is conspiring against you. The bills are piling up, relationships are strained, your dreams feel out of reach. But even in the midst of all that chaos, you still have a choice. You can choose how you respond, how you see the world, and how you let life's challenges shape you. Let me share a little secret with you. Happiness isn't about what you have, it's about how you think. You can have all the money, the cars, the houses, the accolades, and still feel empty inside. Conversely, you can have very little and yet feel like the richest person alive. Why? Because happiness isn't about external circumstances, it's about an internal mindset. You see, every morning when you wake up, you're presented with a choice. You can either let the weight of yesterday pull you down, or you can decide to step forward with hope, with gratitude, with purpose. You can choose to focus on what's wrong, or you can choose to focus on what's right. And make no mistake, there is always something right. If you're breathing, that's a gift. If you have a roof over your head, food on your table, someone who loves you, those are blessings. Don't take them for granted. Happiness starts with gratitude. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It takes your focus off what you lack and places it on what you have. When you're grateful, you can't help but feel joy. Gratitude is the foundation of happiness because it trains your mind to see the good even in the midst of struggle. And let's be real, life will test you. I remember a story about a man who had every reason to be unhappy. He had lost his job, his home, and even his family. But every morning he'd wake up and say, "Thank you, God, for giving me another day." People ask him, "How can you be grateful when you've lost everything?" And he replied, "Because I haven't lost my faith, I haven't lost my hope, and as long as I've got those, I can rebuild." That's the power of a decision. He decided not to let his circumstances define him. He chose to hold on to hope, to faith, to gratitude, and you can do the same. Now let's talk about the role of mindset. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. What you focus on grows. If you focus on negativity, on what's missing, on what's wrong, that's all you'll see. But if you focus on positivity, on possibilities, on what's good, your entire world changes. Take control of your thoughts. Be intentional about what you let into your mind. Feed it with positivity, with inspiration, with truth. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who encourage you, who remind you of your worth. Cut out the negativity, the doubt, the fear. Those things have no place in your life. Happiness is also about action. You can't just sit around waiting for it to show up at your door. You have to go out and create it. Do things that bring you joy. Pursue your passions. Help others. When you serve others, when you make someone else's day a little brighter, you'll find that your own happiness grows. It's a beautiful cycle. And let's not forget the importance of forgiveness. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges will only weigh you down. Forgiveness is not about letting someone else off the hook. It's about setting yourself free. When you forgive, you release the chains that are holding you back from true happiness. Remember this, happiness is not the absence of problems. It's the ability to deal with them. It's not about having a perfect life. It's about finding beauty in the imperfections. It's not about waiting for everything to be just right. It's about making the most of what you have right here, right now. I want you to imagine your life as a canvas. Every day you're given a paintbrush. You can choose to paint with bright, vibrant colors, or you can choose dull, lifeless shades. The choice is yours. Happiness is your masterpiece, and you're the artist. So I challenge you today, make the decision, decide to be happy, decide to focus on the good, decide to let go of what's holding you back, decide to live with purpose, with gratitude, with love, because when you do, you'll discover that happiness isn't something you find, it's something you create. Life is too short to wait for happiness to come to you. Take control, make the choice, and watch as your world transforms. Happiness is not just a dream, it's a decision. Make that decision today and every day, and I promise you, your life will never be the same. But let's take this one step further. Happiness is not just a personal decision, it's a collective responsibility. When you choose happiness, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your joy becomes infectious. Your positivity becomes a light that guides others out of their darkness. Imagine a world where that world begins with you. Don't underestimate the power of a smile, a kind word, a helping hand. Those small acts of kindness ripple out in ways you can't even imagine. They create a chain reaction of happiness that can change lives. So be the spark. Be the one who chooses happiness and shares it with others, because when we uplift each other, we all rise. And let's not forget the importance of resilience. Life will knock you down, that's a guarantee, but what matters is how you get back up. Resilience is about bouncing back, about finding the strength within you to keep moving forward. And here's the thing, resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Every time you face a challenge and overcome it, you become stronger, wiser, more capable. Your resilience becomes your superpower. So the next time life throws you a curveball, don't see it as a setback. See it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become a better version of yourself. Embrace the struggle, because it's in the struggle that you find your strength. Let's talk about dreams for a moment. What are you chasing? What sets your soul on fire? Whatever it is, don't let fear hold you back. Fear is the enemy of happiness. It's the voice that whispers, you can. But let me tell you something, you can. You are capable of more than you know, so take that leap of faith. Pursue your dreams with everything you've got, because when you're living in alignment with your purpose, happiness becomes inevitable. One of the quickest ways to choose happiness is to practice gratitude. If you want to unlock true happiness, start by appreciating what you already have. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more your mind starts to look for positive things. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It changes the way you see the world. You see, it's easy to get caught up in what's going wrong, to focus on what's missing in your life. But when you make a conscious decision to look for the good, you begin to realize that there's always something to be thankful for. Even in the darkest moments, there's always something to appreciate. It could be something as simple as the air you breathe, the people who love you, or you may be thinking, I don't have anything to be grateful for right now. I want to challenge you. Start small. Look around. What's one thing you can be grateful for today? Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, or the fact that you have a roof over your head. Maybe it's the fact that you woke up this morning and have another chance to make things right. Gratitude shifts your focus. Instead of focusing on the things that aren't working, you start focusing on the things that are. And when you do that, your entire life begins to change. You can't be both grateful and unhappy at the same time. So choose gratitude and watch your happiness grow. Now let's talk about those negative thoughts. You know, the voices in your head that tell you you're not good enough, that you'll never make it, that you don't deserve to be happy. Those thoughts lie to you. They're not who you are. They're just noise that you have the power to silence. The problem is, too many of us allow negative thoughts to control us. We listen to the inner critic instead of listening to our own potential. We let fear, doubt, and insecurity dictate our mood and our actions. But here's the truth. Those negative thoughts don't define you. You define. So how do you overcome those negative thoughts? How do you take control of your mind and your happiness? It starts with recognizing them for what they are, just thoughts. They don't have to control your emotions, your actions, or your happiness. When you hear those negative voices, remind yourself that you are not your thoughts. You are more than the things you think and feel. One powerful way to overcome negative thinking is through positive affirmation. Speak life over yourself. Replace the I can't with I can. And finally, remember this, happiness is a journey, not a destination. It's not something you achieve once and then check off your list. It's a daily practice, a continuous choice. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep choosing it, keep showing up, keep deciding to see the good. Ladies and gentlemen, happiness is not a distant goal. It's not something that happens to you. It's a decision, and that decision is yours to make every single day. You don't need permission from anyone else. You don't need to wait for the right circumstance. You have the power right now to decide. So choose happiness, choose joy, choose gratitude, choose to look at the world through the lens of possibility and hope. You have everything within you to create the happiness you deserve. Now go out there and live your life with purpose, with joy, and with a heart full of gratitude. Happiness is waiting for you, and it starts with a decision. Make it today. Thank you.